Good morning, family and friends. We're outside working again on our fence. We got some goat help this morning. They're walking around out here making noise. We got the Polaris full of some tools. We're just going to show you this morning how I put a brace post together. Through the years of building fences on the farm, we've learned different ways, and you can look at some of them around here. They don't look so good, but I'm going to show you where we've evolved to on our braces. So we're going to put this one up. We're going to show you step by step how we do it. Y'all do it the way you want, or use YouTube like I have a few times and look stuff up and see how it goes. Let's see if we can get started on this. Now, our brace post here, between them, I try to reuse stuff. This is an old landscaping timber, so we're going to use it as our beam across here. And then I've got an old telephone pole here. This is 4 foot in the ground. So it's pretty steady, just being as big as it is. And then I've got another post here. So really the only thing I bought out of this group will be that post there. Everything else is reused on the farm. Now, your braces are supposed to be twice the length as the height of the fence. So we've got this right at 8 feet. That's an 8 feet beam. I don't have to cut it. It works great. Now, your brace itself is supposed to be about a foot below the top of the fence. I usually put mine to the bottom about 39, 40 inches. So that's what we're going to do this morning. We're going to measure that off. About 38, 39. That's going to be the bottom of our post right there. So we need to drill us a hole. And see, 38, 39 is going to be about right there, but we're going to put a level on it and make sure we get it good and level across there. Let's get our drill. Let's put us some gloves on. We always like to be prepared and get some gloves on. And looks like we got a low tire on the Polaris. We're gonna have to take care of that too. Okay, I saw a drill bit. Now this drill bit's probably older than me, but I sharpen them occasionally and reuse them. Lambert, you come over to help? Did you think I had food this morning? Huh? All right, we're gonna put this about, it's about the center, and that'll put that right down at the bottom of that. Close enough. Some of these old posts are pretty hard. That one's pretty hard. All right, let's see if we got it deep enough. Now people, you can buy these pins and stuff that you put in here at the places. I just take an old piece of, what do you call that stuff? Gosh, I lost my train of thought. But, gosh. Rebar, that's it. I just take a couple pieces of rebar, I cut it, and then I can put my post on it that way. So it's a little bigger on this end. We're gonna see if it'll drive in. Gonna have to get me on this side because I'm right-handed. All right, that one's in there. Now the next step is we got to drill a hole in both ends of this post. And I tell you what, it's a few years old. It's gonna be tough. So we're gonna start drilling this end out. Well, it wasn't as tough as I thought it was gonna be. That's all right. Let's get this end. Got a few splits in it, but it'll be okay. All right, we got that in there. Let's see how that fits on there. Line up the hole on it. Oh yes, looks good. And then we're gonna get one drilled down here. But we're going to get it level first. Our next step is to try to get this a little level. I'll put me a little level on it. I probably could measure it, but somewhere right in there. I'm gonna screw me a board under it here. Oh, that's right on it, right there. Well, and now, I'm showing you how I do it by myself. Okay, that's good right there. Let's screw this board in there to hold it up. All right, that's pretty level. Got the bubble right on it. Okay, next we got to drill a hole all the way through this one to go into this one. So you can see I got a little gap in my post, but when we tighten it up, it'll pull it all back together. Had to hunt where I did with my drill bit. Tell you what, these battery operated drills are the best thing in the world. Don't know what we'd do without them on the farm. Okay, we're gonna go through the center about right there. So we're gonna go about right there, and that ought to get it. All right, we got us a hole drilled. Now on this end, we got a little longer rod, rebar, that is going to go all the way through, and we're going to leave a little bit sticking out so when we go around with our wire, it holds it in place. So we're going to have to take our little part here off of it, because it's going to drop down just a little bit, not much. All right, line up the hole there. And that's in there. And when we pull it together, it'll pull this together and leave this part hanging out so we can go around it with our wire. That gap, all that means is that I put the post a little bit too far away, but it'll pull itself in. Let's get us some wire on it so we can pull it tight. That's our next step. Okay, we got us a roll of tension wire here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get us a staple. Drove in down here at the bottom, because you want to go at the bottom of this one to the top of this one to put that force into it. Of course, I got a bent staple, so we're going to have to, it's a reused staple, so we had to straighten it out. Let's get this in the post. Now don't drive it in all the way, because I'm going to run my wire through it. Some of the different places that you watch, they're going to go under the bottom of it. Everybody has their own way. Next thing we got to do is we got to get some wire stretched out. We're going to put a gate right here, so if I need to let them out in the pasture, they can get out here and enjoy it. And we want to start from the inside, because that's where our tensioner is going to be, is on the inside of the wire. All right, we got our tension wires stretched around. I got it twice. As you can see down here on the post, I went through a staple, and then I got a staple behind it so the wire will slip easily when I pull on it, because I want it to slide. I don't want it to bind up. On this other end, if you see, I left my little rebar sticking out a little bit, and that's going to guide it here. And you try not to let these overlap, because then it's pulling against itself in there. So our next thing we're going to do is put our ratchet on here. And let's see which way we need to go. If this is over the top or on the bottom. This one's over the top. So we're going to go through here. And there's many ways you can wrap this. And I've wrapped it many different ways, but I've never gotten it so tight I've pulled it undone. You see it just goes around and around. And this wire will break. It doesn't like being bent very much, and I have broken before. All right, so we got it tied in there. We got us a good strong loop, and that loop will pull tight once we get the other wire in there. Now we're going to grab our other end. Kind of straighten it out, because we're going to roll it up. And you go through the roller. Go through the roller and just bend it down. If I can get my pliers here, just grab it and bend it down. And it won't ever come out. Okay, then we're going to start taking up some slack of our wire. I know it's hard to see with my hands, but y'all do the best you can. I'm doing the best I can. And that'll start our tension there. I've got a tensioner. Normally I can roll it by hand, but it wants to argue. So we've got this little tension roller here. Just a giant ratchet is all it is. Fits over each end of it and just grabs the ratchet. You're starting to put a little tension on it. Make sure our wires are not crossed. I'm going to have to pull this staple out a little bit. It's not sliding as good as I want it to. There we go. Now we're getting some slide. All right, let's go back to tightening. Okay, let's see how we're doing. We're starting to get some of the slack out. Make sure our wires are still not crossed. It's looking good. We're going to pull on this a little bit. Get some more slack out of it. Let's see how we're looking now. Post is touching. Got some good tension. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting it. See, we pulled this post over a little bit because we knew it was a little far away. But that ain't gonna hurt nothing because all the pressure is on this post. That looks good. All right, we're gonna let it settle like that for a little bit, and then we'll come back and tighten it again. But I think that's a pretty good looking brace. So we'll let it settle a little bit. We're gonna go and roll some wire, go get us a Gatorade, and get back to it. But I just wanted to show y'all how I'm building my braces now, maybe to give you an idea of how to do it for yourselves. I hope we all have enjoyed watching this video. It is getting hot. It is Texas. It is June. We want to thank all the new subscribers and everybody that's enjoying our videos. Y'all hit that like button. Thanks for watching.